An ABC News exclusive about the comic legend Phil Hartman. More than 20 years after Hartman's murder, his brother-in-law is breaking his silence and sharing home videos for the first time. Chris Connolly is in Los Angeles with the story. Good morning, Chris.
And good morning, George. You know, on SNL and elsewhere, on talk shows, on The Simpsons, funny man Phil Hartman could always make people laugh. Then on a day in May of 1998, that laughter transformed into shocked silence. And the question, why? 2 decades later, on a 2-hour ABC News event airing tomorrow, there are some answers at last. He made millions laugh as President Clinton on Saturday Night Live.
Jim, let me tell you something. There's going to be a whole bunch of things we don't tell Mrs. Clinton.
And as a self-centered radio host on News Radio.
It's time for
The Real Deal with Bill McNeil.
I'm your host, Bill McNeil.
Phil Hartman was at the top of his game, starring on TV and in movies, when in 1998, at the age of 49, he was shot and killed by his wife, Brynn Hartman, who then killed herself.
After I heard Brynn had shot Phil, and then heard Brynn had shot herself, I think everyone was in shock in the family. And I cannot imagine why she would do that.
And now for the first time in a new ABC News special, details of the couple's relationship from Greg Omdahl, Brynn Hartman's brother.
I would say Brynn confided in me quite a bit. I know she was upset with Phil on 1, maybe 2 occasions where he would be doing a part, The Simpsons or News Radio. He had mentioned to Brynn that, you know, maybe I can get you a part. And when he'd come home, she'd say, well, did you talk to him about, you know, getting me a part? And he'd say, oh, I forgot. And she'd be upset about that.
And an inside look at the Hartman family before tragedy struck in home videos.
Hello. By all external appearances, they look like a very, very happy couple and family, but there are cracks in the armor.
What makes me the happiest? Well, without question, it's being a father.
The video of Phil playing Simon Says with the 2 kids.
Simon says, run in a circle. Simon says, stop. Simon says, hands in the air. Hands at your sides.
They loved him very much. It showed on the videos.
You love me, we're a happy family.
But the marriage was troubled, the couple fighting often over Phil's busy work schedule and Brynn's substance abuse issues, until the early morning hours of May 28th, when Brynn returned home from a night of drinking and shot her husband. Just hours later, as police arrived on the scene, Brynn would take her own life as well.
So selfish. How she could take him away from everybody. I have to stop.
I've lost a sister that was such a wonderful person, and a brother-in-law who was wonderful, and it was very hard. It was like getting punched in the gut, because I knew my sister would never murder anyone. It was such a hard thing to face.
The couple's 2 young children, 9 and 6 years old at the time, were home at the time of the shootings.
The children, a 9-year-old boy and 6-year-old girl, have been taken into protective custody.
They would be raised by Brynn's sister after their parents' deaths. Now, more than 20 years later, Greg Omdahl says they are thriving.
Bergen's doing great.
Bergen, this is so gigantic.
She's married now, and her and her husband have started a business that's doing real well.
Hey, Bergie, what do you want to say to yourself 10 years from now?
She's a beautiful gal and has a handsome husband, and she's living a normal, happy life. Sean's doing well. He got a degree in art, and he's pursuing his dream of being an artist and musician.
Hi.
I believe Brynn and Phil would be very proud of how Sean and Bergen have grown up and the people they've turned into.
For 2 decades, Phil's fans, friends, and family have all struggled to make sense of that early morning and what led to those tragic deaths. And you'll hear more powerful personal recollections and see more of those intimate glimpses inside their lives tomorrow night. Guys?
Thank you, Chris. That's right. Yeah, The Last Days of Phil Hartman airs tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, right here on ABC. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.